Dear Caroline and Rachel, I just read this amazing short story called For Esme with Love and Squalor.
Thanks for the email. I'll be sure to read that today.
Nice to hear from you, ladies. I'll be sure to give it a read.
I wonder what they thought of the story.
Wow, this story has a lot to do with writing letters. Maybe I should write them a letter.
Hey Buce, I decided to write you a letter because a historical concept of letter writing during 1944 shows a common theme throughout the short story, as the short story itself is a letter to Esme. During World War II, letter writing was used to support the soldiers in the uncertainty of war. Emotions and feelings became more acceptable to express on a regular basis because of the connections the soldiers wished to feel.
Hey Rachel, just to let you know, the author uses the sliding point of view technique to show a shift of focusing on the soldier's emotion to now focusing on Esme.
Hey guys, let's meet in person so we can further discuss this short story.
When you talked about the United States sending mail to soldiers, they actually developed V-mail or victory mail to send it in an efficient way.
Salanger's use of dramatic irony is present when Esme says, "Are you at all acquainted with squalor?"
This is also exemplified when Sergeant X responds, "I said not exactly, but I was getting better acquainted with it."
This expresses dramatic irony because Sergeant X fails to recognize his entire life is full of squalor. Comic relief is exemplified when Charlie, the younger brother, says, "Why do people in films kiss sideways?"
The use of comic relief helps break the tension found in the orphan situation of Esme and Charlie, as well as the narrator's uneventful war life.
Hyperbole is found in the instance when Charles sticks out his tongue and the narrator states, it fairly shook the tea room.
This can be used to show how Charles and Esme overcome obstacles and survive hardships.
When arresting a young woman of low Nazi rank, Sergeant X describes the inscription found in the young woman's book, "Dear God, life is hell." This metaphor demonstrates the time period and distress caused on everyone's life.
The book, Die Sie und Bestbill, that the metaphor was written in, is an illusion because the book was written by Goebbels, a Nazi propaganda leader.
Wait, we forgot about the historical concepts.
A historical concept is when Sergeant X walks through the Red Cross Recreation Room. Red Cross has been in place since February 9th, 1863. They get supplies for soldiers and try to make soldiers' lives better.
In the short story, it talks about the ETO. ETO stands for European Theater of Operations. This directed U.S. Army commands.
The story is set in 1994 when the narrator says, "I was among 60 American men enlisted in a pre-invasion training course." The training course was directed by British intelligence, which combated enemy espionage and helped in the success of D-Day invasion.
In a letter from the narrator's wife, she states, Strass 88th Street had fallen off. The 88th Drafty Infantry was created in New York. The many advantages in the war done by the 88th Infantry contributed to the main successes of World War II.
The narrator shows that war events are major impacts on the world when stating, "It was about 10:30 at night in Gothenburg, Bavaria, several weeks after VE Day." VE Day stands for Victory of European Allies. Telling time in reference to VE Day shows that it was a major event.
The narrator explains different war materials at that time when he says, including a canvas gas mask container full of books. The narrator threw the actual gas mask out of a porthole in the ship.
But why would they throw the gas mask out?
Well, the narrator states, "I was fully aware that if the enemy did use gas, I would never get the damn thing on in time." This shows the faulty war materials used in World War II.
This is a reflection of the time period and the attitudes people had during the war.
Look at what letter writing has done to us!